This is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and now let's start the show.
Hello and welcome to We Are Podcast, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. This is episode 78, and my name is Matt.
And my name's Phil, Overlord Tank Group member.
And we are the worst beer reviewers online. Today we're trying, what the hell is it again? Red Apples, or no, it's just red strawberry ale. 5% alcohol by volume. I've never had one of these apple flavored beers before. I didn't really see anything that caught my eye. These were cheap, so I just grabbed these. Figured try this.
It was a good price.
Yep. All right, Phil.
A Jai of the Na beer.
Well, and it's a twist cap here, so I don't need the Punisher. Just twist off the cap.
Easy. All right. Cheers.
Yeah. We Are Podcast.
We Are Podcast.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh yeah.
Like, because we Americans are lazy and don't want to pop things with lighters or pull out a device everywhere we go. I can do it with a lighter, but I don't smoke, so I don't have a lighter on me all the time either.
It's better not to take a chance at breaking your lighter.
Yeah.
Tastes like a little bit of beer and like a bubbly Boone's Farm.
Tastes like strawberry Kool-Aid. I imagine if like Kool-Aid Man made a beer, this is what it would taste like.
Yeah, like strawberry Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Bubbly water type.
Yeah. But anyways, don't want to waste too much time on this. I like it. If you can get your hands on, buy it, I'd say.
It's not bad.
So that's 2 buys, I guess, then. But what we did do today, Phil, is not only are we bad beer reviewers, we're also, I'd say, semi-competent movie reviewers.
At least we got something going for us.
Yeah. I didn't watch all 3 Human Centipede movies and not learn something about the craft of making a film. But today we went out and saw the Lego Batman movie.
Lego Batman. Ravel.
Because that's all you need to do a Batman voice now. Just talk like this.
And ramble.
Christian Bale. Because that's what it sounds like. That's what I always figured it was. It was just Will Arnett making fun of Christian Bale's Batman voice. And,
Bah, it is a classic, though.
well, that's the other thing, too. Like, Lego Bane's in the movie, too. But they make fun of, what's his name, Matt Hardy. Oh, he talks like this because that's how he talked in the movie. You know, it has that. See, that's. And plus, like, when that movie came out, like, who wasn't making fun of Christian Bale's Batman voice or making fun of Bane's voice when The Dark Knight Rises came out?
A lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, who did? What the hell was I say? Who wasn't making fun of? Even you made fun of Bane's voice.
I agree.
Yeah. You know, it's just a goofy voice. And that's the thing, too. Because, see, this is. Because, like everyone's been saying, ever since the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, DC's just like, everything's just gotta be dark and depressing. That's the only way this stuff's gonna sell. You know, Superman, whatever the hell that Superman Man of Steel movie, yeah, that sucked. That's all bleak and depressing. Fucking
Correct.
yeah. Superman's parents are like the most down bummer people ever.
I remember.
Yeah. Superman, Batman v Superman. That movie. That was the first time I ever walked out of a movie and was like, "What the fuck am I doing with my life?"
I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, you saw it when it came out on video. I bit the bullet and went and saw that shit by myself, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
I remember.
The fuck is this?
It's like only the part when Batman was actually fighting soldiers, it was a good movie.
That's the thing, like I said, the only really thing to watch that movie is just cut out all the bullshit and just watch the fight scenes. I'm sure someone's probably put it up on YouTube.
I saw him on Facebook.
Yeah. Like I said, someone's like, those Arkham City... That's the thing, too. It's like, they didn't make a Batman movie because they love Batman and the property and shit. They're like, well, what's selling? Well, those Batman Arkham games are pretty popular. We'll make a fight scene that kind of looks like one of those then.
Well, the game has a nice interface.
Yeah. Because this is a spin-off from the Lego movie, which came out, I can't remember, like a year or two ago. Which, I like that. I thought that was going to be, surprisingly, you would think a movie based on Lego Batman would just be like bullshit, cheap, pandering merchandise sales.
Correct.
Like I said, because that's what I always say, get that merch sale out there, And, it's not like Batman ain't been one of the most popular characters for, like, especially, like, the last 10 years or so. But, this is DC or someone there's obviously he's just like, I'm sick of all this bullshit going on, so I'm just going to make fun of everything DC's done for, like, the last, 60 years or whatever, Because they even make that joke, you can see it in the trailer, where, like, all the Batman movies and everything Batman apparently is all canon in the Lego Batman movies.
Oh, yeah.
Because they even have oh look, there's the '90s animated Lego Batman. He even did that stuff too, apparently. All right.
Yeah, they poked a lot of fun at it.
Yeah, and Bruce Wayne even talks about like, yeah, they don't say exactly how old he is, but they've been like. Yeah, he's been running around for like 78 years doing this stuff, I stay in great shit here, he's aged well. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, like I said, I can't remember who wrote this. I should have looked it up. I'm not going to. But whoever wrote this, they seem to like, be fans of Batman, because there's lots, like, I can't wait to get this on DVD, because there's lots of, like, little references and Easter eggs in the background, like, you see, like, all, like, these Batman's, like, Z-list villains and stuff.
Well, as much equipment as he wears, as he's walking and running around buildings and stuff, is kind of, deadlifting his body, because of everything weighing him down.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, too. Like, Batman's supposed to be, like, just a regular dude, but at the same time, it's like, he's been punched through walls and shit that would, like, just crush a normal dude, and he just gets up like, oh, whatever.
Right. Well, you gotta be strong to carry all that stuff.
Or a fictional character. That probably helps a lot.
Yeah.
I imagine that helps way more than the weightlifting training that he does.
Weightlifting capacity 0.
Or we were talking about this earlier, like how in a Grand Theft Auto game, you're like, where the fuck do you just tap a button? Where the fuck do you get that rocket launcher? Don't worry about it, that's where.
That is correct. It's like, where were you hiding that?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm crotch walking, bringing it back in style, taking it back.
And that's the other thing too. Like, how could you're not hiding no rocket launcher nowhere around you. People are gonna see you walking around with a rocket launcher on your back.
Well, I just thought of it. The funny thing is it's already loaded when you pull it out. So technically, it's in his pants and it's loaded.
Yeah, that can't be safe. Yeah, but
definitely not. It could accidentally go off.
Yeah, and back to the Lego Batman movie too is like I said, they seem to actually get Batman too, because like the basic plot of the movie is Joker wants to prove that he's Batman's greatest villain, so he gets all the villains together, blow up the fucking city. Joker's been doing that shit since like the fucking 30s.
He was hooked on a feeling.
He's just, I like blowing shit up. Yeah. And like I said, there's also, like I said, one of the funny jokes too. Right, Joker's telling his big evil plan. He's like, right now, an overly complicated bomb is being placed on like the fault line of Gotham. Because that happened in the comics too. Apparently, Gotham is built on like a really crappy fault line, and one time a big earthquake came there and like fucked up the whole city. The city was so trashed and destroyed that the government had to shut it down. No Man's Land. That story. If anyone wants to read it, it's long as hell, but it's actually pretty good.
Actually, that sounds like an epic title.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that's another little reference to the comics. Like, if you know the comics, you're like, oh yeah, the Gotham is built on a crap. Like, why would... Granted, when Gotham was made, like, I think it was like a pilgrim town, so it was probably like within the first like 10 years of America being born or whatever. But you think they find out about that giant fault line, be like, hey man, maybe we should move. Man, don't worry about it. Yeah. But like, yeah. And then you see, Killer Croc shows up for like 5 seconds. Killer Croc just shows up just to push a button on the bomb that starts the timer. He's like, "Yay, I did something!" Like, yep, that's about as much screen time as Killer Croc. You still see him in the background, but he doesn't really do anything other than literally just push a button. Yay, I did something! Yeah. Yeah. Which I think that might be another reference to the Suicide Squad. Like, I wonder when this got done, because remember in the Suicide Squad, the bombs in that flooded tunnel, and only Killer Croc could get it.
Yeah, it is true, but I remember he was like, I was born in it.
Yeah, I was born in the sewers. Because that's the other thing, too, in the comics, and even in, like, the movies, like, Batman and Joker are, like, psycho-obsessed with each other. But this version of Batman's like, nope, nothing matters, I don't care, I'll make connections to anyone. And he tells that to the Joker. That's funny, too, because he's telling the Joker, like, yeah, you think I'm, like, psycho-obsessed with you, but I don't really have, like, any strong feelings towards you one way or another. And the little Lego Joker looks so sad. He's about to cry.
It did
Yeah.
Break his heart, but he was trying to prove, he's like, there's a thing.
Yeah, it's like,
don't lie.
Come on, we have a connection. He's like, nope, don't make connections. Don't like people, really. Look, this version of Batman is pretty much like Archer from the FX show, Archer, obviously. Except for they don't show him, like, getting, like, drunk and, they kind of show him womanizing on Barbara Gordon, but even he's like, just my platonic work friend.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just overgrown man-child and shit, that has problems making emotions, too. Yeah, like, at one time...
Well, he got all saddy a couple times.
Well, that's the other thing, too, because that's the thing in the comics, too. Like, you're always pushing people away, and Batman does that, too. He's like, oh, I don't need you, nobody.
Wait, what are you doing? Just trying to hug.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Batman, but plus it's nice to see a goofy version of Batman, because like I said, I like Batman, but Batman's kind of a brooding asshole.
He was like, I thought you were trying to attack me.
Yeah. He's always, like, in his cave working on bat cases or out punching someone in the face and shit. Like, Barbara Gordon is becoming the new commissioner in Gotham. And she even says, like, this city doesn't need a vigilante running around beating up homeless people and crazy people, poor people and crazies, that's not really helping anybody. And she even points out that, like, yeah, Batman, like, he helps out, but none of these guys are in jail right now. They just do some This Batman's, like, the worst, too, because apparently, like, the villains just do shit, he just beats them up and stops it, and they just, like, walk away.
Ha.
Yeah, just, I don't know, weird.
Yeah, it's just like, I thought he was just like you said, beating them up and just letting them go.
Yeah. It kind of seemed like that, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, but then, at the end, Batman learns how to love again.
But, he stopped a crime or whatever.
Yeah. It's like he stopped the guy from stealing your car and just like beats his ass and is like, "No, you go home and think about what you did.
Now you go home tonight, you meditate and you reflect." It was kind of hilarious. He was like, "You're trying to entrap me into a relationship."
Yeah. Yeah. See, Joker feels bad for Batman. He just wants him to have some kind of connection with someone, even if it is hatred, right? Like I said, this Batman is an asshole. Like, I don't want to say what, but he said some shit that almost made Alfred cry, and I was like, you dick. That guy raised you since you were a kid after your fucking parents died, and you're like, say that shit to him? Like, what an asshole. You know?
Correct, but he did some diddling with Bruce's wife, or not Bruce's wife, but Bruce's mom, and she sent his kid away or something.
Oh, when...
Yeah, she sent his kid away, and then he said something like that to him, and I was like, yes, he does know what that is like.
Yeah,
he knows exactly what that's like.
Yeah, like
dude.
I said, he knows exactly what that's like, you ass.
You pulled a D move.
Yeah. Yeah, because Batman even adopts Dick Grayson by accident and is like, I did what? Get this kid out of here.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I remember they showed Alfred go, and I knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people didn't get that.
I like Alfred. I don't like when they portray Batman yelling at Alfred. I'm like, you leave him alone. He raised you since you were a little baby. You little You think your rich ass daddy was changing diapers? I bet not.
I do agree.
Plus, if Alfred was there, he wouldn't have got shot. He would have knocked that fucker out. But then there'd be no Batman. Time paradox.
I agree, but it was also like, physics obviously didn't matter at all because when she pulled up the jet to catch him, that would have killed him. He landed on that splat.
Yeah. Well, like I said, physics and comics and fiction don't really make any sense.
Correct.
But yeah, like I said, there's tons. Like I said, I can't wait to see the movie again because there's tons of little jokes. Because Batman's looking at the wall of fame, all the family pictures on the wall, and he's looking at that night. And go figure, Batman just also happened to take a selfie or something with his parents, like literally minutes before they were getting shot, because they're right by Crime Alley. Like I said, you can even see the little sign. You see the little street sign, and it just says Crime Alley. Like, that's not... I can't remember what the actual street name is in the comics, but it's not actually Crime Alley. That's just what they call it, because, it's the bad part of town. But what I've never understood, even since I was a kid, like, if I was one of the richest people in the world, why the fuck are you going anywhere near a place called Crime Alley?
I agree as well. But also, it's like, the street's called Crime Alley. I wonder what's down that way.
Yeah.
Not crime?
Yeah, it turns out Zero Poverty Street or Zero Poverty Lane's just right across the street. Really,
it was in the slums.
Yeah, it's like right across the tracks is No Poverty Lane, right? I think they even did a joke like that on South Park once too. Someone was looking for Kenny, and they're like, "Well, where's Kenny live?" And they're like, "Oh, he lives in the bad part of town." They're like, "Where's the bad part of town?" It's literally like 2 or 3 houses down. You cross the railroad tracks. And then there's the bad part of town, this skinny, shitty-looking house.
Well, it's kind of like, like inbreedy town type.
Well, South Park's probably all inbred. Those fuckers are
I agree.
Yeah, they're all so stupid and crazy.
Yeah, they were always doing, a bunch of stuff, that made them look like rednecks and etc.
It's coming right for us. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what the budget cost on this, but I imagine this is going to make a ton of money, just like the Lego movie did.
Actually, I thought it was very good looking. It was very crisp.
Well, when I first saw the Lego movie, I thought it was, like, actually done with Legos and, like, touched up with CG. No, I guess it's, like, all CG. It's just, they just make it really look like little Lego dudes.
Yeah, I agree. It did look pretty, though.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess it's, because you would think a movie based on Legos would look kind of like crappy. Because I don't watch them, but they show that Ninjago show.
That looked insane.
Yeah. No, that's the movie, but the show on Cartoon Network, I don't watch it. I've seen like bits and pieces here and there, and the animation on that kind of looks like crap, to be honest with you. But they showed see, that's the other thing too. I guess those Ninjagos must make money because they're getting their own Lego movie now too. But that actually looked like
It looked like a masterpiece.
Yeah, it looked really pretty, and
they really spent a lot of time on it.
Yeah, and there's ninjas fighting a dude in mechs, so sure there's gonna be plenty of Power Rangers references.
I enjoyed the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer looked good. Like I said, I don't really give a shit about Ninjagos, but I've liked the 2 Lego movies they did.
Made me want to watch it.
Yeah, it looked cool. It looked interesting enough. I'll probably go see it. But I think they're doing a Lego movie too, and I'm pretty sure after the sales numbers come in too, like, yeah, Lego Batman 2, why not? Yeah.
Of course.
Which, as long as it doesn't suck, I don't care.
No, it's not gonna suck.
Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing, I guess.
You want dark. You want dark. You want gritty. You want depressing.
I know. But like I said, after seeing Batman v Superman, I was so depressed and shit. I kind of needed this movie, man. It made me feel a lot better after seeing that shit.
It's like every time Batman does that, they pop up the little subtitle thing, and it's ...
Yeah. Except Batman's a little asshole in this thing too, because like they show him after he's done beating up the bad guys or whatever, he just goes home and microwaves the lobster dinner that fucking Alfred made for him, and apparently watches romantic comedies all night long.
Well, remember he put like 6 of them in that? Dude, I was like, what?
Yeah.
He put 6 of those lobster things in there with the plates.
So he's rich.
He must have a special microwave or something, cause
Phil, he's a damn billionaire. He's got an infinite fridge.
Mm.
And Phil, if you think about it too, this Lego Batman.
He is a billionaire.
Yeah. Plus, if you think about it too, this Lego
Don't
Batman.
let you forget that.
Yeah. And if you think about it too, this Lego Batman is probably the richest because whenever he needs a Batmobile or a Batgrappler or whatever, he can just rip some shit off the side of a building and make one.
Yeah. Kind of agree.
Yeah, so he ain't spending millions of dollars a year on cars getting blown up like regular Batman does,
Well, he had definitely had plenty of vehicles.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Like a lot of those are based on Batman's probably had over 100 Batmobiles over the years.
I agree.
Yeah. Like a lot of those Batman suits too that they were showing, a lot of those are real too. Like I said, if you've been around for over 75 years, there's going to be quite a couple of different story changes and model changes over the years, Phil.
Well, I had a remote control Batmobile once. And it was black, and it had the fins on it, so the little back fin things.
Yeah. Well, I love the opening too, where Lego Batman's like, the screen's just black, and like Lego Batman's like, black. All important movies start with black. A black screen.
Right, Star Wars? Right, Star Wars?
Right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I was thinking, right, Star Wars?
Then they show the DC Comics logo, and he's like, DC Comics, the company Batman made. Come at me, Superman. I was like, yeah.
What's up, brah?
What it do, bro? Yeah.
Listen, bruh. Like, listen, bruh.
Well, like I said, Superman's real douchey in this one. Like, the Justice League throws, like, a party, and they don't even invite him. And he shows up, and they're like,
Well, I was kind of thinking, it's like, lately, Batman, you've been kind of a letdown.
We got...
Hi-oh.
It's like, if you think about it, when we're out there fighting aliens and gods, we ain't really doing shit except for, like, maybe throwing an explosion or something here and there. You kind of causing a lot more property damage than we are. But I'm a tactician. Yeah, but so is like Martian Manhunter. Or Martian Mad Dancer. Oh.
He's like, Martian Mad Prancer. More like it.
I could take all you out.
Prancing around.
That'd been funny if, like, when Batman got, like, all super offended, like, during his, like, I could take all of you out. He's like, what? He's like, I have meticulously planned to take each and every one of you out. It's like, wait, dude, you've been sitting in your house drawing up plans on how to kill us? Like, well, yeah, but I'm not gonna, it's only if, like, if you ever go evil or something, or someone, like, takes over your mind. And your plan is to take us out? Like, whoa, bro.
Remember, I know how each of you dance.
I know how all of you work. I have cameras in your bathroom. See, bro, this is why we don't invite you to things.
Hey, Green Lantern, at least I can fly my jet. Right.
Then, like, Superman just pulls him aside. Bruce, this is why we don't invite you to things. He starts crying. He pulls out his kryptonite ring. Superman's like, see, this is what I'm talking about. You hurt my bat feelings.
Never leave home without it.
Probably won't.
I'm always one step ahead.
Except for those times where I'm not. If you think
Holla.
I was thinking about this the other day too. Like, over the years, Batman would have like, you have to have such bad brain damage considering how many times his villains knock his ass out for an undetermined amount of times while they set up these elaborate death traps. You know, because it's not good to get knocked.
Sooner or later, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you get knocked out and left unconscious for a couple hours 2-3 times a year. That's gonna fuck you up pretty bad.
Yeah, sooner or later, I don't know when, but sooner or later he's going to start feeling all that. You know, sometimes your body remembers.
Yeah. And they show him, like, people's drawing Batman with his shirt off and shit, and he's all, like, scarred up and shit from all the years where he's been... People love stabbing Batman in the shoulder, man. Batman gets stabbed... That's the other thing, too. Like, his shoulder scars gotta be, like, thick as fuck considering how many times he gets stabbed in that shoulder, too.
Yeah, I remember he took one and he did take a shoulder stab like in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing that was really funny is about that movie was the other guy was shooting and then he pulls out a knife. It's like, oh, come on. Like, you're going to do something with that.
Well, there's sometimes, too, where, like, Batman's, like, there's someone getting robbed and or assaulted in an alley and by, like, just these thugs, and Batman shows up and they're like, hey, come on, what, Batman? I'm like, come on, dude, you're no-name thug number 2 and you think you're gonna fucking take out Batman? Yeah. I miss 90s generic bad guys with their bandanas on their head and their leather jackets with the sleeve torn off. That's how you know they're bad.
Oh, yeah. It's always been like that for Batman, where criminals would just start doing crimes, you know, just hoping that he'd show up so they could try to take him out and earn their giant stripe or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, they've always done it like that. You know, like, oh, we were hoping the Batman would show up. Now we can have some fun.
Sure hope he doesn't break my jaw. Damn.
Too late. I said, don't hurt me.
I know. I always love that, too. He's like, okay, don't hurt me. Okay, I told you what you wanted to know. Wait! I said, don't hurt me. Wait, I thought we agreed upon this.
I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, plus, like I said, at Arkham Asylum, what is it, Arkham City? Like,
yeah.
If you get close to that, like, a fan on a ceiling, you can chuck a dude into that. I'm like, that dude's fucking dead. Batman just cut that fucker's head off. Yeah, you could like slam people into like power boxes and shit. Like, yeah, that killed that does that too.
Correct. Well, I remember I was running on a building, and you know how they had those little planks you had to walk on to get to another building if it was close enough?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one guy was chasing me, and I ran back, and he was just coming over it. I tossed a couple batarangs, and I accidentally knocked him off the building.
Wow.
Yep, and he was like, "Ooh!" I was like, whoops. Sorry, Batman. I just had you kill somebody."
Nah, it was a short bill, and he landed on his leg, so he just broke his legs, and now gonna have crippling leg pains for the rest of his life.
He went, "Ooh!" I was like, "Oh, sorry, Batman. I added to kill you. My bad."
I'll get over it. Nope, wind knocked him down.
My bad. But I was like, whoops. I
He's
really
like-
didn't mean to do it.
He's like, nope, that wasn't me, that was the wind. That's how I'm gonna justify that one. Yeah, see?
It was a bad day for him.
Well, Phil, every day's a bad day for Batman. Joker's always...
Well, I mean,
Bull.
for the guy who knocked off the building, it was just a bad day for him.
Yeah. Plus, like, if I ever got to write Batman comics, I always want to do, like, this one running gag where there's this cabbie who's driving around someone, and his cab, like, always gets destroyed by the bad guy, and he's like, fuck this shit, I'm moving to Metropolis.
Yeah, right.
Superman would have fucking saved my car, Batman's throwing like have Bane, like, pick his shit up and chuck it at Batman or something, oh,
Epic.
yeah. Like he's chasing the Riddler down the street, and the Riddler accidentally walks right in front of the cab, and the guy accidentally runs him over. Plus, then we can do this scene I always wanted to do too, where he's talking to his insurance company. He's like, "Yeah, this giant crocodile man was fighting Batman. And he ripped my car door off and was using it like a blunt object. Now, you said giant crocodile man, right? Yeah. See, you're not covered by reptile villains. You really should have bought the premium package. Yeah, you're only cared by non-powered villains. Yeah, see, if like the Riddler would have hit your car, you would have been fine."
It's like, can you say that in a shorter version? You should have called Allstate.
Yeah, the Allstate guy shows up. You should have called. With Allstate, your car would have been protected from metahumans, alien invasions, otherworldly dimensional monsters.
And anything that gets pumped with some kind of chemical to keep it alive, including Bane.
Including Bane. And they show Bane behind bars.
They show his mugshot. He's like,
He's like, with Allstate, they would have covered my legal fees. Now when I break out, I have to pay all this legal debt? That's insane. Oh, shit.
I am not in good hands.
With Allstate, my crippling venom addiction would have been cured. Then they show Killer Croc in jail, and he's like, "With Allstate, they can buy that skin cream that will cure me?" No way. They just go to the Joker. He's like, "What the fuck do I care about healthcare?" Although you think about it, Joker's got to have a mad doctor too, considering how many times he falls off buildings and explosions and getting stabbed and or shot in various body parts.
Right. Because remember you were saying for the Suicide Squad movie or whatever that he was around like 8 or 9 years, and the Joker dude had nothing but freaking gold teeth from being knocked out, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing too, like how many times like Batman's knocked out the Joker's teeth, all of his teeth gotta be fake.
Well, it looked like they were all gold, and
Yeah.
that's because they all got knocked out.
Yeah. Like I said, they didn't do it in the Suicide Squad movie, but I would love to have seen him have like regular teeth. Batman punches his ass in the face, knocks a bunch of teeth out. Next time you see him, he's got that fucking pimp grill in there.
It was like, wow.
Phil, that Joker was the most thug Joker that ever came off of a Hot Topic store. That ever came out of a Hot Topic store. Phil,
Do you know what you made me miss, Batman? You made me miss 15% off T-shirts at Hot Topic.
He's robbing a bank. It's like, no, I need this. They're having a T-shirt sale at Hot Topic.
Did you know that you made me miss the Pops?
There's a special edition Funko that's only sold at Hot Topic. I was going to get one for my girlfriend.
Man.
Well, like I said, at least they kind of did nothing with it. But at least in that version of the Joker, like the Joker did seem like he actually did love. They still had an abusive relationship, but he did sound like he did kind of care about Harley Quinn a little bit. Where in the comics, Joker's just like a straight up evil dick that clearly doesn't care about her. But just break her arm and put a little rose and a little vase next to her, saying you're sorry, and all will be forgiven.
Well, she'll do anything for him.
It's them prison tats, yo. It's them prison tats, yo. Think she's got a bad boy thing or something? Bad boy fetish?
Get inked. Get inked. Get inked up.
He has he has a heart with a J plus H in the middle of it on his ass. No, J.
It's on the bridge of his hip.
Yeah, J plus H for life tattooed onto his ass. When's the Lego Suicide Squad movie coming out? I want to see that now. Because I'm pretty sure, that's what I understand about the Purge movies too. Like the big twist at the end of the first one is like the neighbors are like, "Oh, we don't really like you because you're snooty or whatever, so we're gonna kill you." Why not just burn down their fucking house? Yeah, we wouldn't have guns and shit.
Security system ain't gonna stop a fire.
Yeah, and the fire. Yeah, and it's the Purge, so the fire company ain't coming. Throw a Molotov cocktail through that fucking window.
Right.
Bet I can get off like 2 or 3 before that security system activate.
Yeah, and then they're suffocating.
Yeah.
They can't breathe. Oh.
Burn down that fancy new addition to their house. Well, I've told you this before. If I was gonna purge, I'd just be burning shit down. Yeah.
If I could, I don't know, the car probably wasn't out. If the car was out, I'd blow that bitch up next to the house.
Drive the fucking car through their front door. That's the other thing too, like I never understood, like, you would think like every other school in the country would get burned down on the purge.
Right.
Right? Because it's not like they're, they said murder's legal for everyone. You mean to tell me, like, ain't no 16-year-olds ever snuck out during the purge and, like, try to burn down their school?
Should have.
I know I would have. Give me a D, Mr. Phils.
So, by the way, your car's getting a D, too.
Yeah, big old D car.
I'm giving that bitch an E. Yeah, I'm giving that bitch an E, in fact.
I'm giving that
wasted.
No, Phil, I'm giving that bitch an F for fire.
Oh, yeah.
Smash.
You getting the F, and it's getting the E. Fuck it.
Yeah. What I'm about to say, who am I kidding? My ass probably be the first one to die. The second purge starts, I walk out the door.
Somebody would snipe that freaking glass of fire you got, and you're on fire.
Walking down the street with my little red wagon full of Molotov cocktails.
Actually, it's a really bad idea.
Well, Look at just like when I play Rainbow Six, walk into the room. Hey guys, what's going up?
He's over here.
Yeah. Like tonight is my night to. I walk out. Tonight is my night to purge. The guy that sniped me was my crazy gun-loving neighbor across the street. He takes my ass out, carves a notch into his gun. I knew I'd get that son of a bitch one year. Fucking burnt down my mailbox last year, piece of shit. Yeah, like I said, them Purge movies ain't perfect, but they alright. They alright for what they doing. They're trying to do.
Better than nothing.
At least it's better than like the Transformers movies. Like, yeah, part of me wants to go to a movie sometimes and just see some shit get right. But at least in the Purge movies, you can still understand the story and you're getting somewhat of a gritty action movie. Watching the Transformers movies, you're just watching like these fake machines blow up fake CGI buildings, and that shit kind of just gets old after a while.
I kind of agree.
You know? Like I said, even though I know in the Purge that dude ain't really getting shot or whatever too, but still.
Plus, nobody can see those things.
Yeah.
They're rolling down highways and
it's a secret.
Destroying bridges, and Phil, nobody can see these things.
So it's a secret war, and no one's seeing the giant 60-foot robots fighting in the middle of the street. I don't know what you're talking about.
And nobody heard it either.
Yeah.
Nobody heard, the 2 miles or 3 miles or so of highways they destroyed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They destroyed at least 2 or 3 miles worth of a highway and took down a bridge.
Yeah.
Somebody should have heard that.
Yeah, like I said, I've only seen the first one, but like in the first one, Optimus Prime, and I don't know, that's the problem. All the robots look the same, except for Optimus Prime, because they put a blue coat of paint on them, so it makes them a little easier to see. But it just looks like 2 kids just playing with their toys, just ramming them together.
Correct.
It's just these giant wads of metal rolling around together. So it's hard to care. But like I said, I remember in the first one, Optimus Prime's fighting one in the middle of the fucking highway.
Correct.
Like, come on, no one saw that. Yeah, like I said, start with the insurance thing. Like I said, explain that to the insurance. This is Geico, how can I help you? Yeah, I was on my way to work, and this semi-truck and another car turned into these giant robots, and just kind of wrecked my shit. I'm kind of lucky to be alive. Am I covered by that? Just hung up.
Old.
Oh. It's like...
They're like, we got another one.
Oh. Yeah. Can you imagine getting that call, like, 10 different, like, throughout that course of that day, getting that call from, like, 10 different people, like, no way, this is someone fucking with me. There's no way.
Might think that.
Yeah. Maybe that's why it's a secret war, because everyone that sees that shit, they start telling other people, like, bullshit. You lying. You were drunk and you caused a pile up. That's what happened, isn't it? No, you gotta believe me. It was a giant fucking robot. Fucking semi was going 90 miles down the highway. Damn near runs me off the road. Then it turns into a robot and tackles another fucking robot. Bullshit.
Like I said, they slid down that street and completely destroyed it. And the ground didn't shake. Nobody heard it and nobody saw it.
Well, they probably killed
obviously, the ground wasn't shaking. Somebody would have felt the ground shake.
I'm about to say, if you think about it too, a couple of those cars they hit, those people are dead.
Flattened.
Yeah.
Splat.
Yeah. Yeah, people give Man of Steel all that shit about the damage Superman causes and that shit. But no one ever says that shit about the Transformers, who do just as much, if not more, than Superman does when they go wrecking shit.
It's enough property damage, obviously.
Yeah.
Building slam.
Yeah. Well, I always imagine, too, like, it's never portrayed like this, but I imagine, like, New York, it's just, all of it's always just constantly being rebuilt in Marvel comic books, considering, like, everything always goes down in New York. Like, New York's always getting, like, even right now with the Monsters Unleashed thing, like, New York got destroyed by a giant monster with a bunch of other cities. At least other cities are getting attacked at the same time. But fuck, man, it's always New York. After a while, I'll be like, man, fuck this shit. We're getting invaded by aliens every other week. You can't even walk down the street without, like, the shocker of somebody mugging you for your fucking wallet.
Magic portal bombs.
Magic portal bombs. Fucking Iron Man's always flying by, dropping beer cans on me. Bullshit. Move to Florida. Yeah, like move to Iowa or something. You never hear about, like, the great Captain Potato taking out the Carb King or something, you know? And what's the Carb King gonna do? Throw some bread at you?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, Carb King's just the name I just made up. But like I said, you don't hear about no Iowa-based supervillain shit going down. Move there, right?
I do agree with that.
You don't hear about aliens invading Iowa for their potatoes, do you? Well, so you know what'd be funny? He moves to Iowa and he starts a potato farm, and it just so happens that that's the day that the Ruskies invade to steal all the potatoes for the vodka. He's like, no! You find out that guy's just unlucky and he just happens to run into supervillain shit all the time. Plus, for when they doing the Lego Batman soundtrack, right? When's he releasing all them great hits of his?
Oh.
Turning Batman's or Harvey Dent's face, or turning Two-Face into black and blue face.
Classic.
And with that being said, this is the end of We Are Podcast, only podcast
Catch
on
me
it.
outside.
Of course.
Catch you outside.
And with that being said, this is the end of We Are Podcast, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. This was episode 78, and my name was Matt.
And my name's Phil of Overlord Tanks. Thanks for being with us.
And as always, thank you anyone and everyone for listening. You can like, share, favorite, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Leave a question, comment, or email at wearepodcast@gmail.com. Thank you and good night.
Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and that's the show.